evening. Welcome to the Lasker Auditorium. My name is Adam Brown, Director of Theater at North High School's Teaching and Working Theater. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So at the beginning of the show, I usually come out and I talk a little bit about how Theater Inc. operates. And so I just want to let you know how do we do it. So we like to think of ourselves as a self-sufficient program. We don't get an official budget from the city to run the program. Now, we don't do it alone. The district does pay for our incredible teaching staff. And we teach courses during the day in technical theater, sound, lights, set, props, costumes, hair, makeup, the whole gamut. And then our program shifts over to the afternoon, where kids still get credit for working on different things. We also get a stipend budget to pay for advisors, directors, choreographers, and that sort of thing. But other than that, the program is pretty self-sufficient. Now, how do we operate? Well, we have three major streams of revenue. The first and the most important are you folks, ticket sales. You come in to see our shows, every show, the whole year is so important. But even more so, it's not just about the money. Well, maybe it's a little bit about that. No, it's not about the money. It's about the community coming in to see our students work, which is the most important thing. We also get some donations from folks, and what we really have, which is really special, is a partnership with our local business community. We have lead sponsors who advertise with us all year long. So if you go through the program, you can see all these businesses who really believe in the arts and want to support them. And we couldn't produce the 11 or so shows, well, not shows, but experiences for students to be a part of both on and off stage. And we have some of those sponsors here with us tonight, and I'd like to give them a little shout out. Madeline McNeely from Conditioning Leaders is here. Full disclosure, I did have a conversation with her last year, and she made me a better leader. So, it was a pro bono, I didn't have to pay this. Also, the home buying situation is getting better, have you heard? So there's the Reese Group. So if you want the Reese Realty Group, and they take the trials out of home buying. I like that. And then Gibson Sotheby's Realtor, another one of our lead sponsors, is here tonight. We really appreciate that. Reminder to please turn off all electronic devices. We really appreciate that. And any type of photography is prohibited during the show. And finally, I feel so grateful that all of us here at Theater Inc. get to do this. We get to create theater, which is about the human experience. And we get to do it together. And that's a pretty special thing. And the arts are such an important thing in our students' lives. And whether it's dance, music, visual art, or theater, these experiences are real game changers for all our students. So, without further ado, Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
doctor? Let her come, let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
Dr. Griggs, he bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for in his books.
Then he must search on.
Aye, sir, he has been searching his books since he left you, sir, but he bid me tell you that you might look to unnatural things for the cause of it.
No, there be no unnatural causes here. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine, and put out all thoughts of unnatural causes here. There be none.
Aye, sir, he bid me tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home, and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir, I pray for her.
Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think it's best you go down and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people, sir. I'll sit with her.
And what shall I say to them? That my daughter and my niece I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest.
Uncle, we did dance. Let you tell them I confessed it. But they're speaking of witchcraft. Betty's not witch.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. And when you leaped out of the bush so suddenly, Betty was frightened and then she fainted. And there's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Now look, you child. I have no desire to punish you. That will come in its time. But if you trafficked with spirits in the forest, I must know it. For surely my enemies will, and they'll ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
And why did you not wake yourself since midnight? This child is desperate. Abby, it must come out. My enemies will bring it out. You understand that I have many enemies.
I know it, Uncle.
There is a faction that is sworn to drag me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
Now then, in the midst of such disruption, my own household is discovered to be the center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the
They
forest.
were only sport, Uncle.
I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire when I came on you. Why was she doing that? And I heard a screeching, gibberish coming from her mouth.
She always sings her magic songs, and we dance.
Abigail, I cannot blink what I saw, for my enemies will not blink it. I saw a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
Aye, a dress. And I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked. You mistake yourself, Uncle.
I saw it. Now tell me true, Abigail. Now my ministry's at stake. My ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abomination you have done there, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I go before them down there.
There is nothing more. I swear it, Uncle.
Abigail, I have fought here 3 long years to bend these stiff-necked people to me. And now, just now, when there must be some good respect for me in the parish, you compromise my very character. I have given you a home, child. I have put clothes upon your back. Now give me upright answer. Your name in the town. It is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I am sure it is, sir. There be no blush about my name.
Is there any other cause than you have told me for Goody Proctor to discharge you? It has troubled me that you are now 7 months out of her house, and in all that time, no other family has ever called for your service.
I already told you. There is nothing more.
No, I cannot have anyone. Goody Putnam, come in.
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody Putnam, it is...
How high she flies, how high.
No, she never flew.
Why, it's sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down light as a feather, he said.
Now look, you Goody Putnam, she never... Good morning, Mr. Putnam.
Why, it is some providence this thing is out now. A providence!
What's out, sir?
Look, you, her eyes is closed.
Why, that's strange. Ours is open.
Your little Ruth is sick?
I'm not calling it sick. The devil's touch is more than sick. It's death, you know. It's death, driving into the forked and hooked.
Oh, pray not. Why, how does your child ail?
Why, she ails as she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes open, and she hears not, sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly?
A precaution only. Mr. Hale has much experience in all demonic arts, and
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year, and let you remember that.
Now, Goody Ann, they only thought that for a witch, and I am certain there be no element of witchcraft here.
No, witchcraft. Now look, you, Mr. Parrish.
Thomas, I pray you, leave not to witchcraft. I know you least of all, Thomas, would ever wish so disastrous a charge laid upon me. We cannot leap to witchcraft. They would howl me at the Salem for such corruption in my house.
Now look you, Mr. Paris, I have taken your part in all contention here, and I would continue to do so, but I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
Thomas, you cannot...
And remind Mr. Paris of what you've done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw more hardy babies born. And yet, each would wither the night of their birth. And I have spoke nothing, but my heart has clamored intimations. And now, this year, my Ruth, I see her growing strange. A secret child she has become this year, as though some shriveling mouth were sucking on her life. And so I thought to send her to your Tituba.
To Tituba? What, my Tituba?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, it is a formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
On my soul. For who else may tell us what person murdered my baby?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris. And mark Mrs. Prue. Mark it. Last night, my room forever so close to their little spirits. For how else is she struck dumb now except some powerful sign of darkness? It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murdering witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make of it what they will, but you can blink it no more.
Then you were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I, sir. Not I. Tituba and Ruth!
Now I am undone.
No, you are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you and declare it yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house? In my house, Thomas? They will trouble me with this. They'll make a bit
Your pardon, sir. I only thought to see how Betty is.
Why are you at home? Who's with Ruth?
Oh, Grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before. Ah! A sign of life! I fear no more, pretty Putnam. It were a grand sneeze. Another like it would shake the wits together, I'm sure.
Would you leave me now, Thomas? I would pray a while alone.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why do you not go down?
No. I wait till Mr. Hale arrives.
No, Mr. Paris, let you strike out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Come now, speak with them, pray with them. They're thirsting for your word, mister. Surely you'll pray with them.
I have no stomach for disputation this morning. I will lead them in a song, but let you speak nothing of witchcraft. I will not discuss it. The cause is yet unknown. I've had enough contention since I came. I want no more.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth. Do you hear?
If she starts from the window, cry for me at once.
Yes, Uncle.
There's a terrible power in her arms today.
How is Ruth? Sick?
It's weird, I don't know. She seems to look like a dead one since last night.
Betty, wake up now! Betty, now stop this!
Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one, seemed to wake her for a minute. Here, let me have her.
No! He'll be coming up. Now look you, if they be questioning us, tell them we danced. I told him as much already.
What more?
He saw you naked. What'll we do? The whole village is out!
What do we do?
I just come from the farm. The whole country's talking witchcraft. They'll be calling us witches, Abby.
They'll be calling us witches, Abby. She needs to tell. I know it.
I said, we've got to tell. Witchery is a hanging air. A hanging like they done in Boston 2 years ago. You'll only be whipped for dancing in the holidays. We'll be whipped. I've never done none of it, Abby. I only looked.
Oh, you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren?
Betty! Now, Betty's here. Wake up now. It's Abigail. I'll beat you, Betty! My, you seem improving. I talked to your papa and I told him everything, so there's nothing to lose. I want my mama! What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried. I'll let him, Mama. Let me play! I told him everything. You drank blood, Abby. You drank blood. You never say that again. You will never. You did. You drank a charm to kill John Raucher's wife. You drank a charm to kill Betty Raucher. Mama! Mama! Now look, you. All of you. We danced. And Tituba conjured Ruth Putnam's dead sisters. And that is all. And mark this. Let either of you breathe a word or the edge of a word about the other things. And I will come to you in in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it. I saw my dear parents' heads get smashed against the pillow next to mine, and I have seen some ghoulish work done at night. And I can make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Now you stay up and stop this! Daughter, I was just gonna die because they didn't cause my shutting everyone. I was just going home, Mr. Proctor.
Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you leave the house today, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I'm looking for you more than my calves.
I only come to see the great doings in this world.
I'll show you a great doing on your arse one of these days. I'll get you home. My wife's waiting with your work.
I'd best be off. I have my roof to wash. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So she flies, eh? Where are her wings?
John, sure you're not believing she flies.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, gosh. We were dancing in the woods last night, and my uncle leaped in on us. She took fright is all.
Dancing by moonlight. You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft
No, I've not come for that, Abby.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly? I know you better.
I come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing now. Put it out of mind.
John, I am waiting for you every
Put it
night.
out of mind, Abby. I'm not becoming for you no more.
You're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know. How you clutched my back behind your house and sweated like a stallion whenever I come near. I saw your face when she put me out, and you loved me then and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing may say wild things. I have seen you since she put me out. I have seen you now.
I've hardly stepped off my farm for 7 months.
I have a sense for heat, John, and yours has drawn me to my window. Do you tell me you've never looked up at my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I know you. I cannot sleep for dreaming. I cannot dream, but I wake and walk about the house as though I find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I'll ever reach for you again. Put it out of mind. We never touched, Abby.
Aye, but we did.
Aye, but we did not.
Oh, I marvel how such a strong man may let such a sickly
Why
wife.
you speak nothing of Elizabeth?
She is ruining my name in the village. She is telling lies about me. She is a cold, sniveling woman, and you
Do you look for a whipping?
I look for John Proctor, who put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew the lying lessons I was taught by all these Christian women and their covenanted men. And now, you bid me tear the light out of my eyes? I will not, I cannot. You loved me, John Proctor, and whatever sin it is, you love me yet. John, pity me, pity me. She heard us singing and she started screaming. Stop. She cannot bear to hear the name of the Lord. Mark it for a sign, mark it.
This is a notorious sign of witchcraft, a prodigious sign.
My mother told me that, but they cannot bear to hear the name.
Rebecca, come to her. We're lost. She suddenly cannot bear to hear the name of the Lord. There is hard sickness here, Giles Corey, so please to keep the quiet.
I have not said a word. No one here can testify that I have said a word. Is she going to lie?
Oh, man, be quiet now!
Pray calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I'm 26 times a grandma, and I've seen them through their silly seasons. And when it come on them, they will run the double bow-legged keeping a minister. when she tires of it. A child's spirit is like a child. You cannot catch it by running after it. You must stand still. And for love, it will soon itself come back.
That's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered, Rebecca. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she's not hungered yet. Mr. Paris, I hope you are not decided to go in search of new spirits. I heard promise of that outside.
A wide opinion is running in the parish that the devil may be among us, and I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
And let you come out and call them wrong. Are you our minister here, or Mr. Hale? Did you consult the wardens of the church before you called this minister to look for devils?
He's not coming to look for devils.
Then what's he coming for?
There are children dying in the village, mister.
I see none die.
Pray, John! Be calm. Mr. Paris, I think you best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will only have us arguing again in the society, and we thought to have peace this year. I think we ought to rely on Dr. Briggs now, and good prayer.
Rebecca, the doctor's baffled.
If so he is, and let us go to God for confidence. There is prodigious danger in the seeking of loose spirits. I fear it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves. And
Rebecca,
then,
how may we blame ourselves? I am one of 9 sons, the Putnam seat of people this province, and yet I am left with but one of 8 children, and now she shrivels.
I cannot fathom that.
Do you think it's God's work that you should lose neither child nor grandchild either, and I bear you hope of one?
When Mr. Hale arrives, we'll proceed to look for all signs of witchcraft here.
You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in this society, not acreage.
Oh, is that so, Mr. Proctor? I don't think I've seen you so concerned on this society. I don't think I've seen you at Sabbath meeting now since snow flew.
I have trouble enough with that I come 5 miles to hear him preach nothing but hellfire and bloody damnation. There are many others who stay away from church nowadays because he hardly ever mentions God.
Now that's a drastic charge.
It is somewhat true. There are many that quail to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not the children who are unmindful of their obligations toward this ministry. Where is my wood? My contract provides that I be supplied with all of my firewood. I've been waiting since November for a stick, and even in November, I had to show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You are allowed 6 pounds a year to buy the wood, Mr. Paris.
I'm paid little enough without I spend £6 on firewood. The salary is £66, Mr. Proctor. I'm not some preaching farmer with a book under my arm. I'm a graduate of Harvard College.
Aye, and well instructed in mathematics.
Mr. Corey, you will look far for a man of my kind at £60 a year. I'm not used to this poverty. I left a thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. I do not fathom it. Why am I persecuted here? I cannot offer one proposition, but there be a howling riot of arguments. I have often wondered if the devil be in it somewhere. I cannot understand you people otherwise.
Mr. Paris, you were the first minister ever did demand the deed to this house.
I'm your 3rd preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like the cat whenever some majority feels the whim. You people seem not to comprehend that a minister is the Lord's man in the parish. A minister is not to be so lightly crossed and contradicted.
Aye.
There is either obedience or the church will burn like hell is burning.
Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell again? I am sick of hell.
It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we, Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor, and you may tell that to your followers.
My followers.
I'm not blind. There is a party in this church. There is a faction and a party.
Against you.
Against him in all authority.
Oh, why? Then I must find it and join it.
He does not mean that.
I mean it solemnly, Rebecca. I like not the smell of this authority. I have crop to sow and lumber to drag home. What say you, Giles? Let's find that party. He says there's a party.
I've changed my opinion about this man. Mr. Paris, I beg your pardon. I never knew you had so much iron in you.
Why, thank you, Giles.
It suggests to the mind what trouble be among us all these years. Think on it. Wherefore is everybody suing everybody else? I am 6 times in court this year.
Is it the devil's fault that a man cannot say you good morning without you clap him for defamation? You're old, Giles. You're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, I knew last month that I did 4-pound damages for you, publicly saying I burned...
I never said no such thing. But I paid you for it, so I hope I can call you deaf without charge. Now come along and help me drag my lumber home.
I'll be damned first.
One moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber's that you think you're dragging home, if I may ask?
My lumber. From out my forest by the riverside.
What anarchy is this? That tract is in my bounds, Mr. Proctor. My bounds.
In your bounds.
Yeah.
I bought that tract off Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
And he had no right to sell it. It stands clear in my grandfather's will that the land between the
Your
river and the
grandfather had a habit of whittling away land that didn't belong to him, if I may say it plain.
It's God's truth. He nearly willed away my north pasture, but he knew I'd break his fingers if he set his name to it. Come on, John, let's get your lumber home. I'm getting a sudden will to work coming on.
You load one oak of mine and you'll fight to drag it home, Corey.
Aye, and we're way too Putnam, this fool and I. Come on.
I'll have my man on you, Corey. I'll clap a writ on you.
Ray, you someone take these? Oh, Mr. Hale, it's good to see you again. These are heavy.
Well, they must be their weight of authority.
Well, you do come prepared.
We shall need hard study if it comes to tracking down the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
Well, it's strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as a good soul should, and we've all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Do you know this gentleman? Mr. Thomas Putnam, and his good wife Anne.
A Putnam? I'd not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We look for you to come to our home and save our child.
Your child ails too?
Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps and yet she falls.
She cannot eat.
It cannot eat? But do you men also have afflicted children?
No, these are farmers. John Proctor.
You don't believe in witches.
I never spoke on witches one way or the other. Will you come, Giles?
No. No, John, I think not. I have some few queer questions of my own to ask this fellow.
I've heard you're a sensible man, Mr. A. I pray you'll leave some of it in safe.
Will you look at my daughter, sir? She has tried to leave us as we discovered her this morning on the highway, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
Tries to fly?
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That's surely a sign of witchcraft afloat.
No. Let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition in this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are definite as stone, and we must judge nothing beforehand. I must tell you all that I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me if I should find no trace of hell in this.
It is agreed, sir. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now tell me, sir, what were your first warnings of the strangeness?
Why, I discovered her and my niece Abigail, and 10 or 12 of the other girls dancing in the forest last night.
You permit dancing?
No, they were secrets.
Tituba has knowledge of conjuring.
Now, we
sir.
cannot be sure of that, Goody Ann.
I know it, sir. I set my root. She should learn from Tituba who murdered her sister.
Goody Ann, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Let God blame me, not you. Not you, Rebecca. Aren't you judging me anymore? Mr. Hale, is it a natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
7 dead in childbirth?
Aye.
What book is that?
What's there, sir?
This is all the invisible world caught, defined, and calculated. In these books, the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Here you have all your familiar spirits, your incubi, your succubi, your wizards that go by land, by air, by sea, your witches of the night and of the day. And have no fear now. We shall find him out if the devil has come among us, and I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
Cannot tell. If she is truly in the devil's grasp, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go then. I'm too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, we may open up the boil of all our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you do not mean that we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Right, Mr. Hale, sit you here. Let's get on.
Say, Mr. Hale,
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides
Who
them.
does this?
Martha, my wife. I waked at night many a time to find her in the corner reading of a book. Now what do you make of that?
Why, that's not
It
necessarily.
discomforts me. Mark this. Last night I tried and could not say my prayers. Until she closed her book, went out of the house, and suddenly, mark this, I could pray again.
Oh, the stoppage of prayer. That is strange. I should like to speak further on that with you.
Now, I'm not saying she's touched the devil, but I'd admire to know what book she reads and why she hides them. She won't answer me, you see?
I will discuss it now. Mark me. If the devil is in her, you'll witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please, sir, keep your wits about you. Now, Putnam, stand close in case she flies. Betty, dear, can you sit up? Can you hear me? My name is John Hale, minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Do you remember my two little girls in Beverly?
How could it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to strike?
What victory would the devil have to win a soul already had? It's the best the devil wants, and who's better than the minister?
That's deep. Miss Harris. Deep.
Does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mark you, or a man. Perhaps a bird, invisible to others, comes to you. Perhaps a pig or any beast at all. What figure bids you fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth sui filique ite ad infernos. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think I ought to say that I saw cattle in the grass when they were dancing.
That were only soup.
Soup? What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, it were beans and lentils, I think, and...
Mr. Paris, did you notice, did you anything living in the kettle? A mouse, perhaps a spider, a frog?
That frog jumped in, we never put it in!
A frog, Abby!
We never put it in!
Abigail, it may be your cousin has died, and you called the devil last night.
I never called him. Tituba called him!
She called the devil!
How did Tituba, I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you bring her up?
How did Tituba call him?
I know not, she spoke magic.
Did you notice when she called him, did you, any strangeness, a sudden, a cold wind perhaps, a trembling of the ground?
I didn't see no devil. Betty, wake up, Betty.
Abigail, you cannot have baby. Did your cousin drink any of the brew in that kettle?
She never drank it.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did you, but after you drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never stole myself. I'm a good girl. I did drink of the kettle. She made me do it. She made Betty do it.
Abby!
She makes me drink blood.
Blood!
My baby's blood?
No, chicken blood. I gives you chicken blood. Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil? No, sir. I do not talk with the devil. Then why can she not wake? Are you silencing this child? I love my baby. You have set your spirit on this child, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
She sent her spirit on me in church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
She often laughed at prayer.
She comes to me every night to go and drink blood.
You begged me to conjure, Abby. She begged me.
I'll tell you something. She comes to me in my sleep. She's always making me dream corruptions.
Abby.
Sometimes I wake and find myself standing in the open doorway and not a stitch on my body. I always hear her laughing in my sleep. I hear her singing her magic songs and tempting
Woman,
me.
I want to wake this child. I have no power on this child, sir. You most certainly do, and you will loose her from it now. When do you contact with the devil? I don't have to no devil.
You will confess yourself, or I will take you up, and I will whip you to your death, Tituba.
She must be hanged. This woman must be taken and hanged.
No, Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir. Who? The devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it's very hard to break free of it entirely, but we are going to help you tear yourself free. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not, Tituba?
I'm a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children.
Oh, I don't desire to hurt these little children.
And you love God.
I love God with all my being.
Now in God's holy name,
Bless him,
to his eternal glory,
eternal Lord, bless him, bless God.
open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Oh, bless the Lord.
Tituba, when the devil came to you, did he ever come with someone you knew? Perhaps someone from a village? Anyone?
Who came with him?
Sarah Good? Did you see Sarah Good with him? Or Osborne?
Was a man or woman came with him?
Was woman.
What woman? You said woman? What woman?
It was black, dark, and
You
I.
can see him. Why did you not see her?
Well, there was always talking, and there was always running around and carrying on.
You mean out of Salem? Salem witches?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us who they are. We will protect you. The devil can never overcome a minister. You know that, do you not?
I do.
You have confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that's being a wish to come to heaven's side, and we will bless you, Tituba.
God bless you, Mr. Hale.
You are God's instrument, put in our hands to help us discover the devil's agents among us. You are chosen, Tituba. You are selected to help us cleanse our villages, so speak utterly, Tituba. Turn your back on hell and face God. Face God, Tituba, and God will protect you.
Oh, God, protect Tituba.
How many came with the devil? 2, 3, 4, how many?
4, there's 4.
Who? Their names! Their names!
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Ferris?
Kill me?
He said Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris, no goodly man. Mr. Paris, mean man. Mr. Paris, no gentle man. He bid me rise up out of my bed and cut your throat. I tell him no. I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man. But he said, you work for me, Tituba. I make you free. I give you pretty dress to wear and put you high up in the air. And you gotta fly back home. And I say, you lie, devil, you lie. And he come to me one stormy night, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good!
Sir, and Goody Osborne.
I knew it! Goody Osborne did went to her 3 times. I begged you not to call her, Thomas, did I not? I begged you not to call her. I always feared the way my baby shriveled in her hand.
Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us all of their names. How can you bear to see these children suffering? Look at them. Look at their God-given innocence. Their souls are so tender, and the devil is out and preying on them like a beast to the flesh of the pure lamb. God will help. God will bless you for your help, Tituba.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced for the devil. I saw him. I wrote in his book. I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
Speak!
I saw Goody Singer with the devil. I saw Goody Hawkins with the devil. I saw Mr. Barton with the devil. I saw Goody Johnson with the devil. I saw Goody Porter with the devil. I saw Mr. Smith with the devil. I saw Goody Wilson with the devil. I saw Mr. Shelton with the devil.
What keeps you so late? It's almost dark.
Uncle Clinton, Martha Ford said,
Oh, you're done then.
All right, well, I'm seated. The boys asleep?
They will be soon.
Bring out for a fair supper.
Aye,
You well today?
I am. It is a rabbit.
Oh, is it? In Jonathan's trap.
No, she came into the house this afternoon. I found her sitting in the corner like she come to visit.
Oh, it is well seasoned.
I took great care. She's tender.
Aye. I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood beneath the cloud.
That's well.
The crop is good, I'll buy George Jacob's heifer. How would that please you?
Aye, it would.
I mean to please you, Elizabeth.
I know it, John.
As I know.
Aye.
This farm's a continent when you go foot by foot dropping seeds in.
It must be.
On Sunday, let you come with me. We'll walk the farm together. I've never seen such a load of flowers on the earth. Massachusetts is a beauty in spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you're sad again. Are you?
You come so late, I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? I've no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
Thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
What? Why'd you let her? You heard me forbid her go to Salem anymore.
I couldn't stop
It is
her.
a fault. It is a fault, Elizabeth. You're the mistress here, not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength away.
Tell me that mouse frightened you.
It is a mouse no more. I forbid her go, and she raised her chin like the daughter of the prince, and say to me, I must go to Salem, Betty Proctor, for I am an official of the court.
Court? What court?
I am the proper court they have now. They sent 4 judges out of Boston, weighty magistrates of the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the providence.
Why, she's mad.
Forward to God, she be. There'll be 14 people in jail now, and they'll be tried. And the court has power to hang them too, she said.
They'd never hang.
John, the court's promised hanging if they not confess. Mary Warren speaks of Abigail as though she were a saint to hear her. She says she brings the other girls into the court, and where she walks, the crowd will part like the sea for Israel. And if Abigail scream and howl and fall to the floor, they're clapped in jail for bewitching her.
Oh, it is a black mischief.
I think you should go to Salem, and I think you should tell them that it is a fraud.
Aye. It is. It is sure.
Let you go to Ezekiel Cheever. He knows you well. Tell him what she said to you in her uncle's house last night. She said it had not to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye. She did. She did.
God forbid you keep to the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye. They must. They must. It is a wonder that they do believe her.
I would go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I'll think of it.
You cannot keep it, John.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I will think of it.
Good then, let you think on it.
I'm only wondering how I may prove what she's told me. If the girl's a saint now, I think it not easy to prove she's fraud. And the town gone so silly. She told it to me in a room alone. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her.
For a moment alone. Aye.
Why then? It is not as you told
For
me.
a moment, I say. The others come in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
Woman, I'll not have your suspicion anymore.
I have...
I'll not have it.
Then let you not earn
You
it.
doubt me yet.
John, if it were not Abigail, then you must go her wishes falter now. I think not.
Now look you.
I see what I see, John.
You will not judge me more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail, and I will think on it. Let you look to your own improvement before you go to judge your husband anymore. I have forgot Abigail.
And I.
Spare me! You forgive nothing and forget nothing. Learn charity, woman. I have gone tiptoe in this house all 7 months since she's gone. I have not moved from there to there without I look to please you, and still, an everlasting funeral marches around your heart. I cannot speak, but I am doubted every moment judged for lies, as though I come into court when I come into this house.
John, you are not open. You say you see her with a
I'll
cloud
plead
and
my
now-
honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I am...
No more! I should have roared you down the moment you first told me your suspicion. I will. And like a Christian, I confess. Some dream I had must have mistaken you for God that day. But you're not. You're not. Let you remember it. Let you look for the goodness in me and judge me not.
I do not judge you, John. It's the magistrate that sits on your heart that judges you. I never thought you but a good man, only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze beer. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you ever dare leave this house again.
I am sick. I am sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray, hurt me not. My insides are all shuddery, and I have been in the proceedings all day.
And what of the proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house as you're paid £9 a year to do? And my wife, not wholly well.
I have made you a gift today, goody Proctor. I just sit long hours in a chair, and I spend the time sewing.
Why, thank you. It's a fair puppet.
We must all love each other now, goody Proctor.
Aye, indeed we must.
I'll get up early in the morning and clean the house. I'm asleep now.
Mary, is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, sir. There were 39 now.
Why she creeping? What ails you, child?
Goody Osborne, why?
Hey, hang a second. And the deputy governor will permit it.
He said, sir, you must. But not say we're good for sir. Confess, you see.
Confess? To what?
That she sometimes made a compact with Lucifer and signed her name in his book with her blood and found herself to torment Christians till God thrown down, and we must all force us out forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabberer she is. Did you tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court she near to choked us all to death.
How choked you?
She sent her spirit out.
Oh, Mary, Mary,
She tried to kill me many times, goody Proctor.
Why, I've never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. When she come into court, I say to myself, I must not accuse this woman, for she seems vindictive and so very old and poor. But then she sit there, denying, and I feel a misty coldness running up my back. And the skin on my skull begin to creep, and a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe. But then I hear a voice, a screaming voice, and it were my voice. And then all at once, I remember everything she had done to me.
What? What did she do to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor. She comes to this very door begging bread and a cup of cider, and mark this, whenever I took her away empty, she mumbled.
But she may mumble hungry.
But what does she mumble? You must remember, goody Proctor, a month ago, a Monday, I think, when she walked away, I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. Do you remember it?
Why, I do, I think, but...
So I told that to Judge Haldor, and he asked her so goody good, says he. Well, curse you, mumbled that this girl may fall sick after turning away empty, and why, excellence, no curse at all. I only say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments, says she.
And that's an upright answer.
I but the Judge Haldor say, recite for us your commandments. And out of all 10 of them, she could not say a single one. She never knew no commandments. They had her in a flat lie.
And so condemned her?
Or they mustn't condemn herself.
But the proof!
I told you the proof. It is hard proof. Hard as rock, as the judge said.
You will not go to that court anymore, Mary Ward.
I must tell you, sir. I will be gone every day. I'm amazed you do not see what weighty work we do.
What work you do? It's strange work for a Christian girl to hang old women.
They'll not pay you if they confess. Sarah Good will only sit in jail for some time. And here's a wonder for you. Think on this. Goody Good is pregnant.
Pregnant? Are they mad? That woman is near to 60.
They had Dr. Briggs examine her, and she's full to the brim and smoking a pipe all these years, and no husband either, but she's safe, thank God, but not for the innocent child. But be that not a marvel, you must see it, sir. It is God's work we do, so I'll be gone every day. I'm an official of the court this.
I'll official you.
I'll not stand my whipping anymore. The devil is loose in Salem, and we
I'll whip the devil out of
take
you.
her life today.
I am accused.
spared out to hurt no one. And seeing as I do live so closely with you, they dismissed it.
Who accused me?
I am bound by law, I cannot tell it. But Mr. Proctor, I'll hope you'll not be so sarcastical with me. 4 judges and the king's deputy sat down to dinner with us but an hour ago. I'll have you speak civilly with me from this out.
Go to bed.
I'll not be ordered to bed no more, Mr. Proctor. I am 18 and a woman, however single.
Do you wish to sit up? Then sit up!
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then!
Good night.
Oh, the noose is up. The noose is
There'll
up.
be no
You
news.
heard what she said. I knew it would come to this all week.
She dismissed it. You heard her say.
What if tomorrow she will drive me out until they take me?
Sit you down.
She wants me dead, John, and you know it.
I say sit down. Now, we must be wise, Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Fear not. I'll find Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell him she said it were all sport.
John, with so many in jail now, I think more than that is needed. Pay me with this. Go to Abigail.
What have I to say to Abigail?
John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There's a promise made in any bed.
What promise?
Spoke or silent, the promise is surely made. And she may dote on it now. I am sure she does. And thinks to kill me and to take my place. There be 1,000 names. Why does she call mine? I am no goody good that sleeps in ditches, nor Osborne drunk and half-witted. How dare she call such a farmer's wife? But there be monstrous profit in it. She thinks to kill me and to take my place.
She cannot think it.
John, have you ever shown her somewhat of contempt? She don't pass you in church where you will blush.
I may blush for my
And I
sin.
think she sees another meaning in this.
And what see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think to be somewhat ashamed. For I am there, and she is so close.
When will you know me? Why, Stone, I would have cracked for shame this 7 months.
Then go. And tell her that she's a whore. Whatever promise she may set, break it, John, break it.
Good then. I'll go.
Oh, how unwillingly.
I will curse her hotter than the oldest cinder in hell. Fear not. But pray you, begrudge me not my anger.
Your anger, I
Woman!
ask you.
Am I so base? Do you truly think me so
I
base?
never called you base.
Then how do you charge me with such a promise? Promise a stallion, give a mare. I gave that
Then
girl
why do you angry with me when I bid you break it?
because it speaks deceit, and I am honest. But I'll plead no more. I see now that your soul twists around the single error of my life, and I will never set it free.
You'll set it free. When you come to know that I am your only wife, or no wife at all. She has an arrow in you yet, John Proctor, and you know it. Good evening.
Why? Mr. Hale, good evening. Come in.
I hope I did not startle you. No, we only heard the horse. You are a good wife, Proctor.
Aye, Elizabeth.
I hope you're not off to bed yet.
No, we're not used to visitors after dark, but you're welcome here. Will you sit, Mr. Hale?
I'll let you sit, good wife, Proctor.
Will you drink cider?
No, it rebels my stomach, and besides, I have some further traveling yet tonight. I sit you down, sir. I have some business to discuss with you.
Business of the court.
No, I come of my own without the court's authority. Hear me, I am not, if you were aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court.
You know it, sir. Our Mary Warren told us. We're entirely amazed.
I'm a stranger here, as you are aware, and in my ignorance, I find it hard to draw a clear opinion of those who come accused before the court. So this afternoon and now tonight I go from house to house. I come down from Rebecca Nurse's house.
Rebecca's
And God forbid such a one be charged. She is, however, mentioned.
You surely cannot believe that Rebecca trafficked with the devil.
Woman, it is possible.
Surely you cannot think it.
These are strange times, mister. No one may longer doubt the powers of the dark that are gathered in monstrous attack upon this village. There's too much evidence to deny it. You'll agree, sir.
I have no knowledge in that line, but I find it hard to think so pious a woman be secretly a devil's bitch after 70 years of such good prayer.
Aye, but the devil is a wily one. But I know she will not be accused, and she's far from mentioned. So. I've come, however, to put some question to the Christian character of this house, if you'll permit me.
We have no fear of questions, sir.
Good then. In the book of record that Mr. Paris keeps, it reads that you are rarely in church on Sabbath day.
No, you are mistaken.
Only 26 times in 17 months. I should call that rare. Why
Mr.
are you
Hayes.
absent?
I was not aware that I must account to that man before I come to church or stay at home. My wife was sick this winter.
So I am told, but sir, why could you not come alone?
I surely did when I could. And when I could not, I prayed at this house.
Yet, sir, your house is not a church. Your theology should tell you that.
It does. It does. It also tells me that a minister may pray to God without he have golden candlesticks upon the altar.
What golden candlesticks?
Since we built the church, there were pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis Nurse favorite, you know. The sweeter hand never touched the metal. But Paris come, and for 20 weeks he preached nothing but golden candlesticks till he had them. I labored the earth from dawn of day till blink of night, and I tell you true, when I look to heaven and see my money glaring at his elbow, it hurts my prayer, sir. It hurts my prayer. I think sometimes the man drinks cathedrals, not clabbered meeting houses.
Yet, sir, a Christian on Sabbath day must be in church. Tell me, you have 3 children.
Aye, boys.
How come it that only 2 are baptized?
I like it not that Mr. Parrish should lay a hand on my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not conceal it.
Mr. Proctor, I must tell you that's
What's
not
your suspicion, Mr. Hale?
Suspicion?
I
No
nailed the
suspicion.
roof upon that church. I hung the door.
Oh, did you? That's a good sign then.
It may be. I have been too quick to put that man to book. But you cannot think we ever desired the destruction of religion. I think that's on your mind, is it not?
It is, sir. There's a softness to your record, sir. A softness.
I think we have been too hard with Mr. Paris, but we surely never loved the devil here.
Tell me, Elizabeth, you know your commandments.
I surely do. There be no mark of blame upon my life. I am a covenanted and Christian woman.
And you, sir,
I'm sure I do.
let you repeat them then.
The commandment.
I,
Thou shalt not kill.
I,
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
you've said that twice, sir.
I.
Adultery, John.
I. You see, between the 2 of us, we do know them all. Small fault.
Yet, sir, theology is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be accounted small.
There be no love for Satan in this house.
I pray dearly. Bid you good night then.
Mr. Hale, I do think you suspected me somewhat.
Reed Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to add what I will to the godly wisdom of the court. Pray you both good health and good fortune. Good night.
I think you must tell him, John.
What is that?
Will you tell him?
I have no witness for it, nor can I prove it except my word be taken. I know the children's sickness had not to do with witchcraft.
Not to do
They were discovered by Mr. Paris, sporting in the woods. They were startled and took sick.
But who told you this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail.
Yeah,
Abigail Williams told you it had not to do with
she
witchcraft.
told me the day you came, sir.
Why did you keep this?
I had no idea until tonight that the world had gone daft with this nonsense.
Nonsense! Sir, I have myself examined Tituba and Sarah Good and numerous others who have confessed to dealing with the devil. They confessed
And
it.
why not? If they must hang for denying it, there are them that will confess to anything before they'll hang. Do not think of that.
I have, sir. I surely have it. You would testify this in front of the court.
I had not reckoned with going to court. But if I must, I will.
But you falter there.
I falter nothing. I may wonder if my story will be credited in such a court. I do wonder where a minister as steady-minded as yourself would suspicion a woman that has never lied. She cannot lie. The world knows she cannot lie. I may falter, mister. I am no fool.
Proctor, let you open with me now, for I have heard a thing that discomforts me. I've heard that you hold a belief that there may not be witches in the world.
I know not what I've said. I have said it. I've wondered if there be witches in the world.
And you, woman? I cannot believe it. You cannot.
Elizabeth, you bewilder me.
I cannot think that the devil may own a woman's soul, sir, when she has kept an upright way as I have. I am a good woman. I know it. If you think that I must do only good deeds in the world and be secretly bound to Satan, I must tell you, sir, I cannot believe it. And yet, you believe that there are witches in the world. If you think that I am one, then I must tell you that there are none. But surely you do not fly against the gospel.
She believed in the gospel, every word of it.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
If you do not mean about the gospel, sir, you cannot think this be a Christian house. A Christian house.
God keep you both. Let the third child be quickly baptized, and let you go each Sunday into Sabbath prayer and keep a solemn, quiet way among you. I think that
John!
if you do the...
John!
Guys, what's the matter?
They take my wife and Rebecca Nurse.
Rebecca's in the jail.
John, Cheever come and take her in his wagon. We've only now come from the jail, and though not even less in to see them.
They've surely gone wild now, Mr. Hale.
Reverend Hale, can you not speak to the deputy governor? I'm sure he mistakes these people.
Pray calm yourself, Mr. Nurse.
My wife is the very brick and mortar of the church, Mr. Hale. And Martha Corey, there cannot be a woman closer yet to God than Martha.
How's Rebecca charged?
For murder, she's charged. For the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. What am I to do, Mr. Hale?
Believe me, if Rebecca be tainted, there's nothing left to stop the whole green world from burning. Rest upon the justice of the court. The court will send her home, I know it.
You cannot mean she will be tried in court.
How may such a woman murder children?
Men remember that until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife were a witch, sir. I only said she were reading books.
What exact complaint were made on your wife, Mr. Corey?
It's that bloody mongrel Walcott charger. You see, he bought a pig on my wife 4 or 5 years ago, and the pig died soon after. So he came dancing in for his money back. So my Martha, she says to him, Walcott, if you haven't the wit to feed a pig properly, you'll not live to old men, she says. Now, he goes to court and pins that from that day to this, he cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks, because my Martha has bewitched them with her books.
Good evening. Good evening to you, John Proctor.
Hi, Mr. Chief. Good evening.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Mr. Hale.
I hope you come out on business of the court.
I do, Proctor. I'm clerk of the court now, you know.
It's a pity, Ezekiel, that an honest tailor who might have gone to heaven must burn in hell. You'll burn for this, do you know it?
You know yourself I must do as I'm told. You surely know that, Giles. And I just sleep that you not be sending me to hell. I like not the sound of it, I tell you. I like not the sound of it. Now, believe me, Proctor, how heavy the law be and all its tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife.
What say you? A warrant for my wife. You said she was not
I
charged.
knew nothing of it. When was she charged?
I'm given 16 warrant tonight, sir, and she is one.
Who charged her?
Why, Abigail Williams charged her.
Abigail Williams. On what proof? What proof?
Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I'd like not to search your house, so will you hand me any poppets that your wife may keep here?
Poppets.
I have kept no poppet since I was a girl.
I spy a poppet, Goody Proctor.
By Mrs. Mary's.
Will you please give it to me?
Has the court discovered a text in poppets now?
Do you keep any others in this house?
No. Nor this one until tonight. What signifies a poppet?
Why, they say it may signify that she... Now, will you please come with me?
She will not. Fetch Mary.
No, I'm forbid to leave her from my sight.
You will leave her out of sight and out of mind. Fetch Mary, Elizabeth.
What signifies a poppet, Mr. Cheever?
Why, they say it may signify that she... Why, this?
What's this?
Why, it is a needle. Willard, it is a needle.
What signifies a needle?
Why, this go hard with her, Proctor. I had my doubts, Proctor, but here's calamity. You see it, sir, it is a needle.
What meaning has it?
The Williams girl, Abigail Williams, sir. She sat to dinner tonight in Reverend Parris's house, and without word nor warning, she falls to the floor like a stark beast, he says.
and screams a scream that a bull would leap to hear. And he goes to save her, and stuck 2 inches into the flesh of her belly to draw a needle out, and demanded of her how she come to be so stabbed. She testified with your wife's familiar spirit pushed it in.
Why? She's thundered herself. I hope you're not taking this as proof, Mr. Hale.
'Tis hard proof. I find here a pop Goody Proctor keeps. I have found it, sir. And in the belly is the poppet a needle stuck. I tell you true, Proctor, I've never warranted to see such proof of hell, and I bid you observe
Oh,
beyond
why?
rock.
Mary, how did this poppet come into my house?
What poppet's that, sir?
This poppet. This poppet.
I think it is mine.
It's yours, is it not?
It is.
And how did it come into this house?
I made it in court and give it to Goody Proctor tonight.
Now, sir, you have.
Mary Warren, a needle has been found inside this poppet.
I meant no harm by it.
You mean you pushed the needle in yourself?
I believe I did, sir.
What say you now?
Child, are you sure this be your natural memory? Perhaps someone even now conjures you to say this.
Conjuring? No, I'm entirely myself. I can let you ask Susanna Walcott. She stabbed the son when I asked Abby. Abby saw me.
Bid him be gone, mister. Your mind is surely settled. Bid him out.
What signifies the needle? Mary Warren, you charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail Williams.
I charge no murder.
Abigail has been stabbed tonight. A needle has been found inside her belly. And she charges me. Why, that girl is murdered. She must be ripped out of the world.
You heard that, sir. Ripped out of the world. Willard, you heard it.
Out with you.
Proctor, you dare not
Out
touch
with
that
you.
word. You ripped the deputy governor's glory
Damn the
man.
deputy governor out of my house.
Proctor.
Get you gone with him. You are a broken minister.
Proctor, she's innocent.
If she is innocent, why is it never wondered if Paris is innocent? Or Abigail? Is the accuser always holy now? Were they born this morning as clean as God's fingers? I'll tell you what's walking Salem. Vengeance is walking Salem. We are what we were in Salem, but now all the little crazy children are jangling the keys to the kingdom, and common vengeance writes the law. This warrants vengeance. I'll not give my wife to vengeance.
I'll go with them, John.
You will not.
John, I have 9 men outside. The law binds me. You
You
cannot
will
keep
see her taken.
Proctor,
Conscience, silence! God will not let you wash your hands of this.
I think I must go with them, John. Mary, there is bread enough for tomorrow morning. You must bake in the afternoon. Help Mr. Proctor as though you were his daughter. You owe me that, and much more. When the children wake me, nothing but witchcraft will frighten them.
I will bring you home. I will bring you soon.
Bring me soon.
I will fall like an ocean on that court. Fear nothing, Elizabeth.
I will fear nothing. Tell the children I've gone to visit someone sick.
Willard, don't chain her. Damn you, man. Do not chain her. Off with them. I'll not have her chained.
And yet, silent minister, it is fraud. You know that this is fraud. What keeps you, man?
I will pay you. I will surely pay you.
In God's name, John, I cannot help myself. I must chain them. Now, pray, keep inside until I'm gone. Man, are you blind?
Mr. Proctor,
Out of my sight.
Charity, Proctor, Charity, but I've heard in her defense, I will not fear to testify in the court. God help me, I cannot judge her innocent nor guilty. I know not only this, consider the world goes mad and profit nothing. You lay the cause to the vengeance of a little girl.
You are a coward. Though you be ordained in God's own tears, you are a coward now.
Mr. Proctor, I cannot think God be provoked so greatly by such a petty cause. The jails are packed, our greatest judges sit and Salem now, and hanging is promised. Man, we must look to cause proportionate, were there murder done perhaps and never brought to light, abomination, some secret blasphemy that stinks to heaven. Think on cause, man, and let you help me discover it. There is your way. Believe it. There is your way when the world is struck with such confusion. Let you counsel among yourselves. Think on your village and what may have drawn from heaven such thundering wrath upon you all. So pray God open up our eyes. I never heard no murder done, Salem.
Leave me, Francie. Leave me.
John, tell me, we lost?
Go home, Johnny. We'll speak on it tomorrow.
I'll let you think on it. We'll come early, eh?
All right. Go on.
Good night.
Mr. Proctor. Very likely they'll never come home once they're given proper evidence.
You will come with me to the court, Mary. You will tell it to the court.
I cannot charge murder on Abigail.
You will tell them how that puppet came here and who pushed the needle in.
She'll murder her say yes. She'll charge lechery on you.
She's told you.
I know. She'll ruin you with it. I know she will.
Good then. The saintliness is done with. We'll slide into our pit together. You will tell them what you know.
Can I do it?
My wife will not die for me. I will bring your guts into your mouth, but that goodness will not die for me.
I cannot do it. They'll turn on
Make
me.
your peace. Heaven and hell grapple on our backs, and all our old pretense is ripped away.
I cannot do
Make
it.
your peace.
I cannot.
Peace. It is a providence and no
I
great
cannot.
change. We are what we always were, but naked now. I'm naked. And the wind, God's icy wind will blow.
Pretty serious, huh? Holy moly, I'm pretty sad. No, you're not supposed to like it.
It was so hard.
I mean, you don't like doing your job like that. She said she could recognize me.
Probably would have been good.
Yes. Well, I used to trick or treat with you guys, so nobody was home giving candy out, so I liked to do that anyway.
like tilting the camera, it would like tilt slowly up.
Really? Oh, you did? It's like, ephemeral art.
Well,
Did I
the
send it to you?
because I was in the chair and I could just sit down because my arms are so
It was the family. Everybody was showing their kids' costumes, and I said, I didn't actually get it. It was a pill because he's sick. He was sick. And someone said, oh, he's not. He worked. Oh, it's intense.
That's not, yeah.
Comic book. This is very interesting. This is kind of serious. What did you say? Yeah, it's tough. It's apt though. You say something enough and people start repeating stuff. Does that sound familiar?
We gotta go out there. There's still a lot of stuff on the table.
Yeah, $2 each.
We already got it.
So how do you think? Yeah, it was good. Have you seen this as a movie?
You're at the point.
Yeah. I think it's over in high school. It was written during the hold on, accusing the Red Scare.
Talking to that person, that thing.
And then naming names. That was a big thing. We want names. We want names. Yeah.
I just got in here. I know like all three of them, and I was like, I know, and yeah. I'm thinking of the one, like,
I can go dog, it's not working, and dog fixes it. Yes.
Bob was yelling with me the other day.
I don't know. No, I feel bad for Bob. He's really stressed right now.
No, Cody left him.
I never met
Cody's amazing.
Yeah, he twisted that's not twisting. It's just supposed to be twisting.
That's twisting.
So it's something in between that connection.
Nobody. I will take this all the way out. Put it all the way back.
Diego, how was the first update? I actually haven't watched it yet.
I've watched it.
Is it good?
You haven't watched it? I like it.
Is it worth my time? I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless, even if it's.
I recommend watching the Cold Open and the Crucible segment.
Did you work on the Crucible segment?
No. And
That's a good
the
one.
culinary segment is really decent. And don't watch anything else. Don't watch the anchoring, just skip over that.
Literally anchoring.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
That makes sense. But he wouldn't want me to watch it.
It's good.
I will watch it. I want to.
It was good.
Like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten a chance to yet. Also, I haven't found a good drinking game.
For the what?
Yeah.
Like it's part of it?
How do you?
That's crazy.
Every segment.
Wait, I haven't thought about that actually. It's a really good idea.
Every like Every moment you do something cringe. Every moment you can tell Scott Dunlop told you to change the ending.
No, literally. Every time Waldo is not followed, you have to take this shot.
Yeah, you can tell the group was like, yeah, I love that shot you roll.
It's so funny.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he knows how these cameras work. Amanda
She might just give me a pair of pliers and say, here you go.
Well, at the end of the day, that is the best solution.
Probably. Yeah, this is
Because it's
going anywhere.
That's something I would do during my deep walk.
Wait, so what was your name?
Mauricio.
Mauricio.
Yeah, I feel like something in the life where like
last year from
the bit itself. It was working yesterday.
I was until my graduation.
Kind of sad because I'll never get to major 3 because I didn't get into TV.
Oh, are you a sophomore?
Yeah, no, I'm a junior. I'm in major 1, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
It's major 2, though.
At the end of the day, 2 and 3 are not too distant. You're not missing out.
It's just major 3, you get like another.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that extra time that you get.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Like both 2s and 3s got to work on the edit update.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'm actually in a major 1 class like with the 2s and 3s. Like a few of us are.
Yeah. I've heard that's how the schedule shaped out.
Yeah. So I'm one of the people.
So you get to like see it.
Yeah, I get to see everything.
Yeah.
Hey Jonathan, what's up?
Yeah, it's spinning.
Was it just not lined up on that set on that end?
No way.
How's it going? I decided I wanted to.
Oh, what up, Orange?
How's being a senior?
It's pretty good.
Any freshmen into lockers yet?
Yeah.
Lucky, that's what I was hoping. That's what I was expecting my freshman year when I walked in.
Were you actually like, oh shit, I'm gonna get shoved into lockers now?
Literally, that's how American high schools are depicted in me. Yeah, exactly.
Like, it is fair.
Which is funny because I ended up in TV, and that's, if I ever write something in high school, someone's gonna get shoved into a locker, man. I'm sorry. That's why we have actors and extras.
You see, in college, they just...
Yeah, that would not be tolerated.
In college, they just give you beer.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like you gotta meet a freshman in college here, have a beer.
Oh, I see.
What college are you going to again?
I'm at Emerson College in Boston.
How's that going?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah?
I get to pay 10 times my yearly salary.
What college you go to?
Huge.
Emerson.
Oh, so you and Hayden go to the same college?
We do indeed. I see him every now and again in the dining hall. I see you in the dining hall with your little green box. You always get the to-go.
Yeah, personally, like Mauricio, I'd want to go somewhere that's not in Boston, so like my mom doesn't just randomly show up and be like, Gabe, I brought you a sandwich.
Well, my mom doesn't do that, so it's not a problem for me, and it means I get to get free dinner whenever I want to.
Oh, true. That must be good.
Which when you're
but
spending...
my sister's college is like actually fire.
Why are you here?
I wanted to see the show.
There's someone who looks like you in the show. Do you have a brother?
I do, but he's 3 years older than me, so I doubt it's him.
Wait, you know that guy who looks kind of like you? The guy who started, he looks like you. The one in the green coat.
Oh,
Paris?
Yeah, he looks like you. He looks like you. Look at him again next time.
I'll keep an eye out.
He was my temple.
Right, you don't have
actually, I see the cast. Let's see. It's really cool. Yeah, there's twins in Charles. Actually, I guess they probably have the tables out here. Yeah, okay, I'll get one.
Show it to me.
So you didn't see it?
No, I haven't.
I got on my YouTube recommend, or I saw it on Instagram too. Yeah, bro, I was like scrolling through it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I only saw it on Instagram, and I was like, the picture is good.
Yeah.
The picture you guys took in front of the desk is a hard picture.
I don't know. I think so sometimes.
says my name. Got it.
How was that?
Yeah, be careful. You'll get on his
surprise.
I'm shocked.
It's alright.
Just a little bit young.
Hi! How are you? I feel like you kind of...
A bit diseased.
When you pneumonia, like, or COVID, or...
No, I was sick like these last few days. Oh,
how's that going? You in the little building?
all first year.
What floor is that?
I'm on the 8th floor.
She's on the 5th floor.
It makes some sense. We'll see, maybe. How's it going for you?
Good, yeah. She's had a good opening. Not all we didn't see her all that much.
I think that's how we're going. I've seen it.
I think that's a good sign.
No, that isn't. You see her every weekend. Sometimes you try to make or sometimes I'm the guy who but sometimes I leave and I'm like, I know you, like, when I really sense I know you, I go that door and I'm like, you're not really about that. But yeah, no. Well, I feel well enough. Well enough to come here. How was
I'm to speak with you, Abigail. You sit.
How do you come?
Friend.
I don't like the woods at night. Pray you stand closer. I knew it must be you when I heard the pebbles on the window before I opened my eyes. I knew. I thought you'd come a good time sooner.
I thought to come any time.
Why didn't you? I'm so alone in the world now.
Are you? I hear people ride 100 miles to see your face these days.
Aye, my face. Can you see my face?
And you're trouble.
Have you come to mock me?
No. No, but I hear only that you go to the tavern every night and play shovelboard with the deputy governor. And they give you cider.
I have once or twice played the shovelboard, but I have no joy in it.
This is a surprise, Abby. I thought to find you gayer than this. I'm told a troop of boys go step to step with you wherever you walk these days.
Aye, they do. But I have only lewd looks from the boys.
And you like that not.
I cannot bear lewd looks no more, John. My spirit's changed entirely. I ought be given godly looks when I suffer for them as I do.
Oh, how do you suffer, Abby?
Why, look at my arm. I'm holes all over from their damn needles and pins. The jab your wife gave me is not healed yet, you know.
Oh, it isn't.
I think sometimes she comes to me in my sleep and pricks it open again.
Ah.
And George Jacobs, he comes again and again and raps me with his stick in the same spot every night, all this week. Look at the lump I have.
Abby, George Jacobs is in the jail all this month.
Thank God he is. And bless the day he hangs and lets me sleep in peace again. The world's so full of hypocrites. They pray in jail. I'm told they all pray in jail.
They may not pray.
And torture me in my bed while sacred words are coming from their mouths. Oh, it will need God himself to cleanse this town properly.
Abby, you think to cry out still others?
If I live, if I am not murdered, I surely will, until the last hypocrite is dead.
And there is no one good.
Aye, there is one. You are good.
Am I? How am I good?
Why, you taught me goodness. Therefore you are good. It were a fire you walked me through, and all my ignorance was burned away. It were a fire, John. We lay in fire. And from that night, no woman dare call me wicked anymore. But I know my answer. I used to weep for my sins when the wind lifted up my skirts and blushed for shame. Some old Rebecca called me loose. And then you burned my ignorance away. As bare as some December tree, I saw them all, walking like saints to church, running to feed the sick, and hypocrites in their hearts. And God gave me strength to call them liars. And God made men to listen to me. And by God, I will scrub the world clean for the love of him. John, I will make you such a wife when the world is white again. You will be amazed to see me every day, a light of heaven in your house. Why are you cold?
My wife goes to trial in the morning, Abigail.
Your wife.
Surely you knew it.
I do remember it now. Is she well?
As well as she made me 36 days in that place.
You said you came friendly.
She will not be condemned, Abby.
You brought me from my bed to speak of her?
I come to tell you, Abby, what I will do tomorrow in that court. I will not take you by surprise, but give you all good time to think on what to do to save yourself.
Save myself?
If you do not free her tomorrow, I'm set and bound to ruin you, Abby.
Ruin me?
I have brought you proof in documents that you knew the papa when none of my wives, and you bade Mary Warren.
I bade Mary Warren.
You know what you do. You're not so mad.
Oh, have you won him too? John, why do you let them send you?
I warn you.
They send you. They steal your honesty.
I have found my honesty.
This is your wife pleading. Your sniveling, envious wife. This is Rebecca's voice. Martha Corey's voice. You are no hypocrite.
I will prove you for the fraud you are.
And when they ask you why Abigail would ever do so murderous a deed, what will you tell them?
I'll tell them what.
What will you tell? You will confess to fornication in the court?
You will have it so I will tell it. I say I will. You can still hear this. Can you hear? You will tell the court you are blind to spirits. You cannot see them anymore. And you will never acquire witchery again, or I will make you famous for the whore you are.
Never in this world. I know you, John. You are this moment singing secret hallelujahs that your life will hang.
You mad, you murderous bitch!
Oh. How hard it is when pretense falls.
But it falls. It falls.
You have done your duty by her. I hope it is your last hypocrisy. I pray you will come again with sweeter news for me. I know you will, now that your duty's done. Good night, John. Fear not, I will save you tomorrow. From yourself, I will save you.
Now, Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in our hands to show that you've given yourself to the reading of fortunes. You deny it?
I'm innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How then do you know you're not a witch?
If I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I do not hurt them. I scorn it.
I have evidence for the court. I have evidence.
You will keep your seat.
Thomas Putnam is reaching out for land.
How dare you come roaring into this court? Have you gone daft, Corey?
You're not a Boston judge yet, Hawthorne. You'll not call me down.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir, and a more contentious.
I am asked the question, and I am old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It is my wife who will be condemned
And
now.
how do you imagine to help her cause with such contemptuous riot? Now be gone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail.
They're telling lies about my wife,
So
sir.
you take it upon yourself to decide what this court shall hear and what it shall set aside.
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect.
Disrespect, indeed. It is disruption. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. You know it.
I never said my wife were a witch, sir. I only said she were reading books. And they come and take her out of my house for...
What?
It is my third wife, sir. And I've never had no wife so taken with books, do you understand, sir? And I thought by the cause of it, you see, but it were no witch I blamed her for. I broke charity with a woman, sir. I broke charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense. I think it's
Then let
all
us submit
justice.
his evidence in proper affidavit. You're certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale. Clear this room.
Please, sir, we are desperate. We come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency. His wife, Rebecca, that were condemned this morning.
Indeed, I'm amazed to find you in such uproar. I have only good report of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they both must be arrested.
Let you write your plea, and in due time I will have everything.
Excellency, we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds.
What's what?
We have proof of it, sir. They are all deceiving you.
Contempt, sir, contempt.
Peace, Judge Hawthorne. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, sir. I think you must be a wise judge, should be what you
And
are.
do you know that nearly 400 people are in jails for Marblehead to land upon my signature, and 72 condemned to hang by that signature?
I never thought to say it to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived.
Mary Warren, what are you about here?
She would speak with the deputy governor. Did you not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed?
Sir, when I went to fetch her in court last week, she said she was sick.
She's been struggling with her soul all week, Your Honor. She comes now to tell the truth to you.
Who is this man?
Del Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor's my wife.
Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief.
I think you must hear the girl,
Please.
sir.
What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirit.
But never saw no spirit.
She assigned a deposition.
No, I accept no depositions. Mr. Proctor, have you given out the story of the village?
No.
They've come to overthrow this
I
court.
pray you, Mr. Paris. Do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry out people for sending spirits against you?
They were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear
They
you.
were pretense, she said.
Ah, and the others. Susanna Walcott and the other girls. They're also pretending.
Aye, sir.
Indeed. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether or not I shall hear you, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment. Are you certain in your conscience, mister, that your evidence is the truth?
It is, sir. And we will surely know.
Then I take it you came here to declare a revelation in the open court before the public.
I thought I would. With your permission.
Sir, what is your purpose in doing so?
Why, free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart, nor hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine the court.
Oh, I know, sir.
Indeed. Now, I should tell you, Mr. Proctor, I have seen marvels in this courtroom. I have seen people choked before my eyes by spirits. I have seen people stuck by pins and slashed by daggers. I have until this moment not the slightest reason to suspect why the children may be deceiving me.
Excellency, does it not strike upon you that so many of these people have lived so long with such an upright reputation?
Do you read the gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
I think not, or you should surely know that Cain were an upright man, and yet he did kill Abel.
God tells us that. But who tells us Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by sending her spirits on them? It is the children alone, and this one will swear she lied to you, Judge Hawthorne.
Aye, he's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent a claim in which she states that she is pregnant now.
Let's say, my wife
There
will
be
be
no
pregnant.
sign. We examined her body.
But she says she is pregnant, and she must be. That woman will never lie, Mr. Danforth.
She will not.
Never.
No, I should tell you, Mr. Proctor, that if I ever picked another month and she begins to show her natural signs, you shall have her live yet another year until she is delivered. What say you? But come now, you say your only purpose is to save your wife. She is saved at least this year. A year is a long time. What say you? It is done now. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot.
Then your purpose is somewhat marginal.
He's come to overthrow this court,
These
sir.
are my friends. They're
I
wives.
judge you not, sir. Sit you down. I'm ready to hear your evidence.
I come not to overthrow the court.
Marshal, go to the court and bid Judge Snowden and Sewell recess for an hour, and let them go to the taverns if they will. All prisoners and witnesses are to be kept in the building.
Aye, sir. Permit me. I've known him all my life. It is a good man.
I'm sure of it, Marshal. Now, Mister, what other information do you have? And I beg you to be as clear, open as the sky, and honest.
I'm no lawyer, so
The pure in heart need no lawyer. Proceed as you will.
Will you read this first, sir? It's a sort of testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of Rebecca and my wife and Martha Corbin.
Their good opinion.
These are covenanted people, landholding farmers, members of the church. Hey, if you'll notice, sir, they've all known the women many years and never saw no sign they had dealings with the devil.
How many minutes are here?
91, Your Excellency.
These people should be summoned for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I gave them all my word that no harm would come to them for signing this.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every every defense and attack upon the court. Can no
All
one...
Hennessy and Christian people are hatching for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it, and I think you will want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you.
I think they ought to be examined, sir.
It is not necessarily an attack, I think.
These are all covenanted Christians,
Then I'm
sir.
sure they have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever, have warrants drawn for all of them. Arrests for examination. Now, mister, what other information do you have for us? You may say, Mr. Nurse.
I have brought trouble upon these people.
No, old man, you have not hurt these people if they are of good conscience. But you must understand, sir, that a person is either with the court or counted against it. There be no road between. This is a sharp time now, a precise time. We live no longer in the dusky afternoon when evil makes itself with good and befuddle the world. Now, by God's grace, the shining sun is up, and let them that fear not light will surely praise it. I hope you will be one of those. But she's not hurt yet.
No, she's not. Mary, remember the angel Raphael, what he said to the boy Tobias. That which is good, and no harm will come to you.
Come, man, we wait you.
John, my deposition. Give him mine.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition.
Oh.
What lawyer drew this for you?
You know I never hired no lawyer in my life, Hawthorne.
It is very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Paris, if Mr. Putnam is here, bring him into the court. You have no legal training, Mr. Court?
I have the best. I have 33 times court in my life, and always claimed it too.
Oh, then you're much put upon.
I am never put upon. I know my rights, sir, and I will have them. You know, your father tried a case of mine once. Might be 35 years ago, I think.
Indeed?
He never spoke to you of it?
No, I cannot recall it.
That's strange. He gave me £9 damages. You were a fair judge at Father. You see, I have a right to...
Giles Corey, what treachery is this?
There he is!
Mr. Putnam, I have here an accusation by Mr. Corey against you. He claims that you coldly prompted your daughter to my wishing upon George Jacobs that is now in jail.
It is a lie!
If Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie, what says you?
A fart on Thomas Putnam. That is what I say to that.
What proof do you submit for your charge, sir?
My proof is there. If Jacobs hangs for a witch, he forfeit up his property. That's the law. And there is none but Putnam with a coin to buy so great a piece. This man is killing his neighbors for the land.
Proof, sir, proof.
My proof is there. I had it from an honest man. The day his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he said she'd given him a fair gift of land.
The name of this man?
What name?
The name of the man that gave you this information.
Why? I cannot give you his name.
And why not?
Well, you know well why not. He'll lay in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely tell us the name.
I cannot give you no name, sir. I cannot. I've mentioned my wife's name once, and I'll burn in hell long enough for that. I stand mute.
In that case, I have no choice but to rest your contempt of this court. Do you know that?
Ah, but this is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of a hearing.
Oh, it is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare a full session in the court, or will you give me a good reply?
I cannot give you no name, sir. I cannot.
You are a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. The court is now in full session. I ask you, Mr.
Your Honor! He has his story in confidence, sir. And he
The devil lives on such confidences. Without confidences, there would be no conspiracy.
Oh man, if your informant tells the truth, let him come here openly like a decent man. But if he hides in anonymity, I must know why. Now, the government and Central Church demand review of the name of him who reported Thomas Putnam as common murder.
Excellency!
Mr. Head.
We cannot believe it more. There is a prodigious fear of this court in the country.
Then there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here, Mr. Hale?
I may only fear the Lord, but there is a prodigious fear in the country nevertheless.
Approach me not with fear in the country. There's fear in the country because there's a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused this part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None! Mr. Corey, you are under arrest in contempt of this court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself in jail until you decide to answer all questions.
No, Giles!
I'll cut your throat, Putnam! I'll kill you, yes!
Giles, We'll prove ourselves now. We will.
Say nothing more, John. He's only playing you. He means to hang us
This is
all.
court of law, Mr. Olive. No effrontery.
Forgive him for his old age. Peace, John. Prove it all now. We will. You cannot weep, very warm. Remember the angel, what he said to the bull. Hold to it. Here's your rock. This is Mary Warren's deposition. I would ask that you remember while you read it, sir, that until 2 weeks ago, she was no different than any of the other children are today. You saw her scream, she cried, she swore familiar spirits choked her. She even testified that Satan, in the form of women now in jail, tried to win her soul away. And when she refused,
You know all of this.
aye. She swears now she never saw Satan, nor any spirits, vague or clear, that Satan may have sent to harm her. She declares her friends are lying.
Excellency, I think this goes to the heart of the matter, sir.
It surely does.
I cannot say he's an honest man. I know him little, but in all justice, sir, a claim this weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. I beg you, send him home and let him come again with a lawyer.
Now look you, Mr. Hand.
I have signed 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord, and I dare not take a life without there be proof so immaculate no slightest qualm of conscience may doubt it.
Mr. Hale, you surely do not doubt my justice.
I have this morning signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse. I'll not conceal it, sir. My hand shakes yet as with a wound, but I beg you, this argument let lawyers present.
Mr. Hale! Believe me, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I hope you will forgive me. I have been 32 years at the bar, and I shall be confounded where I call upon to defend these people. Let you consider now, and I bid you all do likewise. In an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls up witness to prove its innocence, but witchcraft is ipso facto on its face by its nature an invisible crime. Therefore, who may possibly be a witness to it? The witch and the victim, none other. Now, we cannot hope that the witch will accuse herself, granted? Therefore, we must rely upon her victims, and they do testify, the children do testify. So, therefore, what is left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I've made my point, have I not?
But, sir, this child claims that her friends are untruthful, and if they are
That is
lying,
precisely what I'm about to consider. What more do you ask of me? Unless you doubt my probity.
I surely do not, sir. Let you consider it then.
And let you put your heart to rest. Your deposition, Mr. Proctor.
Your Honor, I would like to
I bid you
question-
be silent, Mr. Paris. Down there. Mr. Cheever, will you go into the court and bring the children here? Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No,
Has
sir.
he ever threatened you?
No.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you came into my court callously lying when you knew people were hanged by your evidence? Answer me!
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in life? Do you know that God damns all liars, or is it now that you lie?
No, sir, I am with God now.
You're with God now.
I, sir.
I should tell you this. You're either lying now, or you were lying in the court. And in either case, you've committed perjury and will go to jail for this. You cannot lightly say you have lied. What say you?
I cannot lie no more. I am with God. I am with God.
Ruth Putnam's not in the court, sir, nor the other children.
These will be sufficient. Sit you down, children. Your friend, Mary Warren, has given us a deposition in which she swears that she never saw no spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She also claims that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of the law. The law based upon the Bible, and the Bible written by Almighty God forbid the practice of witchcraft and describe death as a penalty. But likewise, children, the law and the Bible damns all liars and bearers of false witness. Now, it has not escaped me that this deposition may be devised to blind us. It may well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan who sentenced her here to distract our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break through. But if she speaks true, I can do now, children. Drop your guile and confess your pretense, for quick confession will go easily with you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Now, children, a very awkward bit will be turned into your souls until honesty is proved. Will either of you change this position, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have not changed, sir. She lies.
Would you still go on with this?
Aye, sir.
A poppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren claims that you sat next to her when she made it, and that you saw her make it, and that she saw that you witnessed that she herself put the needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
It is a lie, sir.
When you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see any poppets in the house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
Your Honor, my wife never kept no poppets. Mary Warren confessed it were her poppet.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever.
when I spoke with Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no poppets, but she said she did keep poppets when she were a girl.
She's not been a girl these 15 years, Your Honor.
But a poppet will keep for 15 years, will it not?
It will keep if it is kept. But Mary Warren swears she never saw no poppets in my house, nor anyone else.
Why could there not have been poppets hid, where no one ever saw them?
Now, there may also be 2 golden candlesticks in my house, but no one ever saw them then.
We are here, Your Honor, to discover precisely what no one has ever seen.
What may Mary Warren profit by turning herself about? What may she gain but hard questioning and work?
But you're charging Abigail Williams with the marvelous full plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe she means to murder
This child.
It is no child. Hear me. In the sight of the congregation, she was twice this year thrown out of the meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's this? Laughter during prayer.
Excellency.
Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
I do believe it happened once. She is sometimes silly, but she is solemn now.
Aye. Now she is solemn. And goes to hang.
Quiet, man.
Surely this have no bearing on the question, sir. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye, but it will strike hard upon me that you will laugh during prayer. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, tell the deputy governor how you danced in the woods.
Excellency, since I come to Salem,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is-
hold it, sir. What is this dance?
Mr. Proctor.
Abigail leads the girls into the woods, and they dance there naked.
Your Honor,
Mr. Paris discovered them there in the dead of night, as the child she is.
Mr. Paris.
I can only say, sir, that I have never found any of them naked. This man
But you discovered them dancing in the woods. Abigail.
Your Excellency, when I first arrived here from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me.
You deny it, Mr. Paris.
I do not, but I've never seen any of them naked.
But she has danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary. Were never threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
No, sir.
And yet, when people accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits had come out of their bodies to choke you.
It were pretense,
I
sir.
cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin were icy to the touch.
I saw that many
And
times.
she only pretended to faint, Excellency. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then, can she pretend to faint now?
Now,
Why not? Now that there are no attacking spirits, since none in this room are accused of witchcraft, let her turn herself cold now. Let her pretend she's attacked now. Let her faint. Faint!
I cannot do it now, sir.
you cannot pretend it.
I have no sense of
Why? What is lacking now?
I cannot tell it,
It
sir.
might be that here we have no afflicting spirits.
Never-
But in the court there are some.
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now, and prove to us that you can faint by your own will as you claim.
I cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? Attacking spirits made you to faint.
No, sir.
Your Honor, this is a trick to blind the courts.
No, it's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw
Thought
spirits.
you saw them.
But I did not, Your Honor.
How could you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, but I heard the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and it were only sport in the beginning, but then the whole world cried spirits, and I promised Mr. Daniel. I only thought I saw spirits, but I did not.
Surely your excellency is not taken by the simple lie.
Abigail Williams, I bid you now, search your heart and tell me this, and beware of the child. To God, every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible on them that take life without cause. Is it possible, child, that the spirits you've seen are illusion only, some deception
Why,
that they cross?
this is a base question.
Child, I would have you
I
consider
have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murder every day because I done my duty pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward. To be mistrusted, denied, questioned, straight you! Beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits? Beware of it.
What is the child?
I know not. A wind, a cold wind has come. Abby, Your Honor, I freeze.
They're pretending.
Harry, do you send this shadow on me?
Oh, I freeze! Abby, don't do
Fair Lord, you witcher! I said you send your spirit out!
Let me go, Mr. Heavenly Father, take away this shadow!
Hey, ma'am, what do you think you are saying right now?
Mr. Danforth, they
You charge nothing from this!
I have known her! I have known her.
You are a lecher.
John, you
cannot.
No, Francis. It's true. It's true. She will deny it and will believe me. A man will not cast away his good name. Sure you know.
In what time? In what time, in what place?
In the proper place. Where my beast of bed. 8 months now, sir. It is 8 months. She used to serve me in my house, sir. A man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know it now. I beg to see her what she is. My wife. My dear, good wife took this girl soon after and put her out on the high road, and being what she is, a lump of vanity. Sir, Excellency, forgive me. Forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave. And while she might cry out of her softly, God, help me, I am lusted. And there is promise in such sweat, but it is a whore's vengeance. You must see it now. I set myself entirely in your hands. You must see it now. My wife is innocent, but she know a whore when she see one.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this.
If I must answer that, sir, I will leave and not come back
She
again.
does not deny it, Your Excellency. She does not
You
deny it.
will remain where you are! Sit you down! Mr. Paris, go into the court and bring the children. Bring Goodwife Proctor here and tell her not one word of what's been spoken here, and let you knock before you enter. Now, we shall touch the bottom of this swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman.
In her life is not a lie. Then they cannot sing, and then they cannot weep. My wife cannot lie.
And when you put this girl out of your house, you put her out for a harlot.
Ah,
And she knew her for a harlot.
she knew her for a harlot.
Good then. If she tell the child it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy on your soul. Oh, turn your back. Turn your back. You do likewise. Now, let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. No one in this room is to speak one word of her or to raise a gesture aye or nay. Enter. Mr. Cheever, record the testimony in all exactness. Are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Come here, woman. You are to look at me only, not at your husband, in my eyes only.
Good, sir.
We are given to understand that at one point you dismissed your servant Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? Look at me. You were to look at me only, not at your husband, in my eyes only. The answer is in your memory, and you will need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss her?
She dissatisfied me.
In what way dissatisfied you?
She were...
Look at me! Was she slovenly, lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time I were sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man. He is never drunk, as some are, nor wasting time at the shovel board, but always at his work. And I were a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw him somewhat turn from me, and this...
Look at me!
I, sir, Abigail Williams.
What about Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. So one night I lost my senses, I think, and I put her out on the high road.
Your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, sir.
So he did not turn from you? Look at me! To your own knowledge, has your husband ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer me! Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her. Elizabeth, tell the truth. She has spoken.
Elizabeth, I confess it.
I'm sorry.
She only thought to save my name.
Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you stop now before another is condemned. I may shut my conscience to it no more. Private vengeance is running through his testimony. From the beginning, this man has struck me true. I believe him now. By my oath to heaven, I believe him, and I beg you call his wife back in here before we...
She has spoken nothing of lechery, and this man lies.
I believe him now. I may shut my face from it no more. This girl has always struck me false. She has always said...
You alone! Be gone! Be gone, I say!
What is it, child? What's there? Girls, why...
Son of me! Why the raptor?
Where?
Why? Why do you call me a little bird?
Where's a bird? I see no bird.
My face. My face?
Mr. Hay, quiet. You see quiet.
But God made my face. You cannot want to tear my face. Envy is a deadly sin, Mary. Oh, Mary, this is a magic art to change your shape. No, I cannot stop my mouth. It's God's work I do. Mary, I'm here. Oh, Mary, please don't come down.
Why does she see this vision?
You cannot believe that.
She sees nothing. She sees nothing. Abby, you mustn't. Abby, you mustn't. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Mary, draw back your spirits out of them.
Mr. Danforth. Mr.
Haven't you
Danforth.
back to the devil, have you?
Never, 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 never.
Why can we only repeat you? Give me a whip. I'll stop.
They're sporting. They're sporting. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
A little while ago you were afflicted. Now it seems like you afflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power. I have no power.
Why did you turn about this past 2 weeks? You've seen the devil, have you not?
Mary, God damns all liars.
Can you hear me? I say you will hang if you do not open with me. What do you say? Do you know who I am? I say you will hang if you do not open with me.
God damns all liars. Mary, tell the deputy governor. Tell him, remember the angel. What do you
say? She's running away. Oh, Mary, please don't. She's going to come down. Look out, she's walking out. She's coming down. Don't touch me. You are the devil's man.
Please, God.
No, I'll not hang with you anymore. I love God. I love God.
Did he bid you do the devil's work?
He come on me by night and every day to sign.
Sign what? The name of the book. The devil's book.
My name. You want my name? I'll murder you if my wife hangs. He says we must go and overthrow the court.
Mr. Hale.
No. He wake me every night and his eyes were like coals and his fingers glowing. And I sign.
What are you? You are combined with Antichrist, are you not? I see. How you will not deny it.
This is not witchcraft. These girls are frauds. You condemn it.
I want nothing from you, Mr. Hale. Do you confess yourself be found with hell, or do you keep your black allegiance? Yet what say you?
I say, God is dead.
Hear it, hear it!
A fire is burning. I hear the boot of Lucifer. I see his filthy face, and it were mine. And yours, Dan, for them to quail, to bring men out of ignorance, as I have quailed, as you quail now. When you know in all your black hearts that it will be fraud. God damns our kind especially. And we will burn. We will all burn.
Marshal, take him, Corey, and Martha into the jail.
I denounce these proceedings. I quit this sport.
You are pulling down heaven, and you are raising up a whore.
Mr. Ham! Mr. Ham!
Both of you, go to the north cell now. This place is wanted down.
That don't look to me like His Majesty. That looked to me like the Marshal.
Now, both of you, come on. Clear this place.
Oh, is it you, Marshal? I thought for sure you'd be the devil coming for us. Could I have a sip of cider for me going away?
And where are you up to, Sarah Good?
We going home. Soon the devil gets here with the feathers and the wings.
A happy voyage to you.
A pair of bluebirds winging suddenly, the two of us. It'll be a grand transformation, Marshal.
You best give me that back or you'll never rise off the ground.
I'll speak to him for you if you desire to come along, Marshal.
I'd not refuse it, Crucible. It is the proper morning, the flight of hell.
Oh, it ain't no hell back home. The devil, him be pleasured man back home. He be singing and dancing round. You folks, you rouse him up round here. It be too cold round here for that old boy. He frees his soul in Massachusetts. But back home, he's just sweet and... Yes, sir, that's him, Sarah!
I'm here, Majesty. The deputy governor arrived.
All right, now, both of you, come along now.
No, he come with me. I was going home.
That ain't Satan, Tituba. That's just a poor old cow with a hat full of milk.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Where is Mr. Paris? I'll fetch Marshal. When did Reverend Hale arrive?
Towards midnight, I think.
What is he about here?
He goes among those who will answer. He sits and he prays with Rebecca Nurse now and Mr. Paris with him.
Indeed, that man have no authority to enter your Marshal. Why did you let him in?
Why Mr. Paris commanded me, sir. I cannot deny him.
Are you drunk, Marshal?
No, it's just a bitter night and I have no fire.
Fetch Mr. Paris to me.
Aye, sir.
But you question Hale, Excellency. I should not be surprised he had been preaching in Andover lately.
What comes that? Speak nothing of Andover. Paris prays for him. That's strange.
I think sometimes Paris has a bad look these days.
Bad?
I saw him coming out of his house yesterday, and I did a good morning, and he wept and went his way. I think it is not well the village see him so unsteady.
Perhaps he has some sorrow.
I think it'd be the cows, sir.
The cows?
And there'd be so many cows wandering the high roads now that their masters are in the jails, and great disagreement to who they will belong to now. I know Mr. Paris be arguing with farmers all yesterday. There was great contention, sir, about the cows. Contention make him weep, sir. It were always a man that would weep for contention.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming. I beg your pardon. Wait,
Reverend Hale have no right to enter this.
Excellency, a moment.
What is his business here?
Excellency, hear me. It is a providence. Reverend Hale has returned to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
He bids her confess?
Hear me. Rebecca have not given me a word this 3 months. And now he sits with her and her sister and Martha Corey, 2 or 3 others, and he pleads with them to confess their crimes and save their lives.
Why, this is indeed our providence. And they saw him.
Not yet. Not yet. But I thought to summon you, sir, that we might think on whether it be wise to... There is news, sir, that the court must reckon with. My niece, I believe she is banished.
Oh, banished?
I thought to inform you of it earlier in the week.
Why? How long has she gone?
This will be the 3rd night, sir. Mercy Lewis is gone too.
I will send a search party for them. Where may they be?
I think they be aboard a ship, Your Excellency. My daughter tells me now. She heard them last week, speaking of ships. And tonight I discover my strong box is broken into.
She had robbed you?
31 pounds gone. I am penniless.
Mr. Paris, you are a brainless man.
Excellency, it's robbed nothing that you should blame me. I cannot think any reason they would run away, except they fear to keep it sailing any longer, since the news of Andover.
Andover is remedy. The court will return on Friday and will resume examinations.
I'm sure of it, sir, but the rumor here speaks rebellion in Andover.
There is no rebellion in Andover.
I tell you what is said here, sir. Andover have thrown out the court, they say, and will have no part of witchcraft. There be a faction here, feeding on that news. And I tell you true, sir, I fear there will be riots.
Riot? Why, at every execution I have seen nothing but the highest dissatisfaction in this town.
So, Chaplain, they were a different sort that hangs so loud. Rebecca Nurse is no Bridget that lived 3 years with Bishop before she married. John Proctor is no Isaac Ward that drank his family to ruin. Let Rebecca stand upon that gibbet and send up a righteous prayer, and that fear shall make a vengeance on you.
Excellency, she's condemned a witch.
Pray you! How do you propose then?
I would postpone these things.
There will be no postponement.
Now that Mr. Hale's returned, there is hope, I think. For if he brings even one of these to God, that confession surely damns the others in the public eye, and none may doubt more that they are all linked to hell. This way, unconfessed and claiming innocence, doubts are multiplied. Many honest people will weep for them, and our good purpose is lost in their tears.
Mr. Chamber, give me the list.
It cannot be forgot, sir, that when I summoned the congregation for John Proctor's excommunication, there were hardly 30 people come to hear it. I speak of discontent.
There will be no postponement.
Excellency.
Now, which of these, in your opinion, may be brought to God? I myself will strive to be for God.
There is not sufficient time.
You shall do your utmost. Which of them do you have hope for?
Excellency, a dagger.
What do you say?
Tonight, when I opened my door to leave my house, a dagger clattered to the ground. You cannot hang this sword. There is danger for me. I dare not step outside at night.
Accept my congratulations, Reverend Hale. We are glad to see you return to your chamber.
You must pardon them and will not budge.
You misunderstand. I cannot pardon these when 12 are already hanged for the same crime. It is not just.
Rebecca will not confess?
The sun will rise in a few minutes. Excellency, I need more time.
Now hear me and beguile yourselves no more. I will not hear a single plea for pardon or postponement. Them that will not confess will hang. 12 are already executed, and the names of these 7 are given out, and the village expects to see them die at dawn. Postponement now speaks of floundering on my part. Reprieve or pardon was cast down upon the guilt of them that died till now. While I speak God's law, I will not crack his voice with victory. If retaliation interfered, know this. I should be 10,000 that dares to rise against the law, and an ocean of salt tears do not melt the resolution of the statutes. Now draw yourself some way, man, as you're about to do by heaven, and help me. Which have you spoken with them all, Mr. Hale?
All but Proctor, he's in the dungeon.
What does Mr. Proctor say now?
He goes and he sits like some great bird. You not know he lived except he takes food from time to time.
His wife must be well on with the child.
I so she is.
Oh, no. Mr. Ferris, you have closer knowledge of this man. Might her presence soften him?
It is possible, sir. Ye have not laid eyes on her this 3 months. I should summon her.
Is he adamant? Has he struck you again?
You strike, but he cannot. He's chained to the wall now.
Fetch. Fetch. Goody Proctor to me. Then let me bring him in.
I see.
Excellency, you postpone a week and publish to the town that you're striving for their confession. That speaks mercy on your part, not falsehood.
Mr. Hale, as God and not cowardly like Joshua to stop the sun from rising, so I know who hold them for the perfection of their punishment.
If you think that God wills you to raise rebellion, you are mistaken, Mr. Danforth.
You've heard rebellion spoken in Salem?
Excellency, orphans wander from house to house. Abandoned cattle bellow on the high road. The stink of rotting crops hangs everywhere, and no man knows when the harlot's cry will end his life, and you wonder if rebellion's men spoke? Better yet, you should marvel how they do not burn your prophets.
Mr. Hale, have you preached in Andover this month?
Thank God they have no need for me in Andover.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned here?
Why, it is simple. I come to do the devil's work. I come to counsel Christians to belie themselves. There's blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Oh, good Proctor, I hope you are hardy.
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Oh, pray, deities, we come off your life. Mr. Hale, will you speak with the woman?
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning. I have heard it. You know, do you not, that I have no connection with the court? I come of my own without the court's authority, and I mean to save your husband's life, for if he is taken, I would count myself his murderer. Do you understand? What do you want of me? Goody Proctor, I have gone these past 3 months like our Lord into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for damnation is doubled on a minister who counsels men to lie.
Lies? There's no lie. You do not speak of lies.
It is a lie. They are innocent.
No more. No more. I'll hear no more.
Let you not mistake your duties. I mistook my own. I came to this village like a bridegroom to his beloved, bearing gifts of high religion, the very crowns of holy law I brought. And when I touched with my bright confidence, it died. And where I turned the eye of my great faith, blood flowed up. Beware, Goody Proctor. Cleave to no faith when faith brings blood. It is mistaken law that leads to sacrifice. Life, woman. Life is God's most precious gift. No principle, however glorious, may justify the taking of it. I beg you, woman, prevail upon your husband to confess. Let him give his lie. Quail not before God's judgment in this, for it may well be God damns a liar less than he who throws his life away for pride. You plead with him. I cannot think he will listen to another. I think that be the devil's argument. Woman, before the laws of God, we are as swine. We cannot read his will. I cannot dispute you, sir. I lack learning of it.
Goody Proctor, you are not summoned for the disputation. Be there no wifely tenderness with you. He will die at sunrise, your husband. What say you, sir? Will you contend with him? Do you understand it? Are you stoned? I tell you, true woman, had I no other proof of your unnatural life, your dry eyes would be sufficient evidence that you delivered up your soul to hell. A very ape would weep at such calamity. Have the devil dried up any tear of pity? What say you? Take her out. It profited nothing she should speak to him.
Let me speak with him, Excellency.
You'll strive with him?
Will you plead for his confession or will you not?
I promise nothing. Let me speak with him. Pray leave them, Excellency.
Mr. Proctor, you've been notified, have you not? I see light in the skies. Let you counsel with your wife, and may God help you turn your back on hell.
If you desire a cup of cider, Mr. Proctor, God lead you now.
You've been changed.
The child.
It grows.
Any word of the boys?
They're well. Rebecca's Daniel keeps them.
You've not seen them.
I have not.
You're a marvel, Elizabeth. They come from my life now.
I know it.
None have yet confessed.
There be many confessed.
Who are they?
There be 100 or so. Goody Ballard is one. Isaiah Goodkind is one. There be many.
Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She is 1 foot in heaven now. Not may hurt her more.
And Giles?
Have you not heard?
I hear nothing where I'm kept.
Giles is dead.
When will he hang?
He were not hanged. For he would not answer aye or nay to his indictment, for surely they hanged him and auctioned out his property. So he stood mute and died Christian under the law. It is the law. So his sons will have his farm. He cannot be condemned a wizard if he does not answer aye or nay.
And how does he die?
They press him, John.
Press.
They lay great stones upon him until he answers aye or nay. They say he gave but 2 words. More weight, and died.
More weight.
It was a fearsome man, Giles Corey.
I've been thinking I would confess to them. What say you? If I give them that,
I cannot judge you,
what would you
John.
have me do?
As you will. I would have it, but I want you living, that's sure.
Giles' wife. But she confessed.
She will not.
Pretense, Elizabeth.
What is?
I cannot mount the gibbet like a saint. It is a fraud. I'm not that man. My honesty's broke, Elizabeth. I'm no good man. Nothing's spoiled if I give them that lie that were not brought long before.
Yet you have not confessed until now. That's the goodness in you.
Spite. Spite only keeps me silent. It's hard to give a lie to dogs. I would have your forgiveness, Elizabeth.
It is not for me to
I would
give
have you see some honesty in it. Let them that never lie die now to keep their souls. It is a pretense for me. It will not blind God nor keep my children out of the wind. What say you?
It is not that I should forgive you. Will you forgive yourself? It is your soul, John. Only know this, for I know it now. You will do as a good man does it. I have read my heart this 3 months. I have sins of my own to count. It takes a cold wife to prompt lecture.
Enough. Enough.
Better you should know me.
I'll not hear it. I know you.
You take my sins upon you.
No! I take my own. My own.
I counted myself so plain, so poorly made. No honest love could come to me. Suspicion kissed you when I did. I knew not how to show my love. It were a cold house that I kept.
What say you, Proctor? The sun is soon up.
Do as you will, but let none be your judge. For there is no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me, John. I never knew such goodness in the world.
I want my life.
You'll confess yourself?
I will have my life.
God be praised! It is a providence. You will confess. Proctor will confess.
Why must you cry it? It is evil, is it not? It is evil.
I cannot judge you.
Then who will judge me? God in heaven. What is John Proctor? What is John Proctor? I think it is honest. I think so. I am no saint. Let Rebecca go like a saint. For me, it is fraud.
I am not your judge.
Would you ever give them such a lie? Tell me, would you ever give them this? You would not. If tongues of fire were singeing you, you would not. It is evil. Good then. It is evil, and I do it.
Praise to God, man! Praise to God! You shall be blessed in heaven for this. Well, now then, let us have it. Are you ready, Mr. Cheever?
Why must it be written?
Why, for the good instruction of the village, this he shall post on the church door. Where's the marshal?
Willard, hurry!
Now, will you speak slowly and directly to the point Mr. Cheever is saying? Did you ever see the devil in your life? Oh man, there is light in the sky. The town waits at the scaffold. I will give out this news. Did you see the devil?
I did.
Praise God!
And when the devil comes to you, what were his demands? Did he bid you do work upon the earth?
He did.
And you bound yourself to his service. Ah, Rebecca nurse, come in, woman.
Ah, John. You are well then, eh?
Courage, man, courage. Let her take good witness of your example that she may come to God herself. Hear it, good nurse. Say on. Did you bind yourself to the devil's service?
Why, John?
I did.
Now, woman, you surely say probably nothing to keep this conspiracy any further. Will you confess yourself with him?
Oh, John. God send his mercy on me.
Take her out! I say you confess yourself, goody nurse.
Why? It is a lie. It is a lie. How may I damn myself? I cannot. I cannot.
When the devil came to you, did you see Rebecca nurse in his company? Come, man, take her. Did you see her with the devil?
No.
Did you see her sister Mary Easty with the devil?
No, I did not.
Did you see Martha Corey with the devil?
I did not.
Did you see anyone with the devil?
I did not.
Ron, you mistake me. I am not empowered to trade a life for a life. You've most certainly seen some person with the devil. Now, a score of people have testified that they have seen this woman with the devil.
Then it is proved. Why must I say it?
Why must you say it? Why, you should rejoice to say it if your soul's purchased anyone for heaven.
They think to go like saints. I like not to ruin their name.
Mr. Crawford, you think they go like saints? Now look at you, sir. Your soul alone is the issue here. And you'll prove his whiteness, for you cannot live in a Christian country. Now, will you tell me what persons conspired with you in the devil's company? To your own knowledge, as Rebecca nurse,
I speak my own sins. I cannot judge another. I have no tongue for it.
Excellency, it is enough. He confessed himself. Let him sign it. Let him sign it.
It is a great service, sir. It is a weighty name. It will strike hard upon the village that he confessed. I beg you, Excellency, let him sign it. The sun is up.
Come then, sign your testimony. Mr. Cheever, take it to him.
You have all witnessed it. It is enough.
You will not sign it.
You have all witnessed it. What more is needed?
Do score with me. I say you will sign it, or it is no confession. Your second name, man.
Praise be to the Lord.
If you please, sir.
No.
No,
I have signed it. You have seen me. It is done. You have no need for this. Damn the village! I confess to God, and God has seen my name on this. It is enough.
No, sir.
You came to save my soul, did you not? Here. I have confessed myself. It is enough.
You're not.
I have confessed myself. Is there no good penitence but it be public? God does not need my name nailed upon the church. God sees my name. He knows how black my sins are. It is enough, Sir Proctor. You will not use me. I am no Sarah Good or Tituba. I am John Proctor. You will not use me.
I do not wish to use
I have 3 children. How may I teach them to walk like men in a world where I sold my friends?
You have not sold your
Beguile me not. I blacken all of them when this is nailed to the church, the same day they hang for silence. Now, you are the High Court. Your word would be enough.
Mr. Proctor, I must have good and legal proof.
Tell them that I have confessed myself. Say Proctor broke his knees and wept like a woman. Say what you will. My name will not be used.
It is the same, is it not, if I report it or you cite it?
No. It is not the same. What others say and what I sign to is not the same.
You mean to deny this confession when you are free?
I mean to deny nothing.
Then explain why you will not let this happen.
It is my name. Because I cannot have another in my life. Because I lie and sign myself to lies because I am not worth the dust on the feet of them that hang. I've given you my soul. Leave me my name.
Is this document a lie? If it is a lie, I will not accept it. I will not deal in lies. What say you? You will confess, or I cannot pull you from the rope. What way do you go, mister? Marshal.
Proctor! Man, you cannot, you will hang.
Pray God to speak some goodness for me. Show them no tear. Give them a heart of stone and sink them with it.
Let you fear nothing. There is another judgment that waits us all.
Hang them high over the tower. Whoever weeps for these, weeps for corruption. Take them.
I have not had my breakfast yet.
Goody Proctor, go to him. There is yet time. Proctor!
Woman, plead with him. It is pride. It is vanity. Be his helper. What profit him bleed? Shall the just praise him? Shall the worms declare his truth? Go to him and take his shame away. He have his goodness now. God forbid I take it from him.
Thank you.